For Roger Federer and of course Kelvin Anderson are winning their games, and of course it's still activities, action still going on at the ATP World Tour Final. Let's switch attention to basketball right now. We'll be talking NBA. Week 4 games actually took center stage, and of course we have all the results for you. Cleveland Cavaliers, you know I always love to talk about Cleveland Cavaliers. They got the better of Charlotte Hornets by 113 to 89. Great one for them. You want to say they didn't actually start well, but they're beginning to turn out wins. Great one for Cleveland Cavaliers, and I also know that Golden State Warriors also won their game.
Well, talking about Cleveland Cavaliers, they've not been fantastic this season. They've not been doing wonderfully well since that big man, talking about the King LeBron, actually left the club. They've been struggling here and there actually to make sure they turn up results like what we saw last season. Some other teams actually found themselves in a situation Cleveland had now. But I think that they've started getting the result. This is their second win in 4 games. But if they can actually keep the pace, definitely they'll actually keep getting results and here and there, because they play almost every day when it comes to basketball. And for the other games we saw Devon Nuggets lost at home to Houston Rockets, and that man, James Harden, actually keep on doing wonderfully well for himself and for the club. And the last time he had 40 points, he had 9 assists, he now had 8 rebounds, and you could just see it again, he had 9 3-pointers. So for James Harden to be actually putting up good shows almost every game, speaks volume of what he has actually done to himself, improving in his game. You can just you'll be marvelous at his assist. I saw one as actually screamed aloud. Someone asked what happened. I said, come and check James Harden. And to the other games, Golden State Warriors, like you said the other time, got the better of Atlanta Hawks. Atlanta Hawks, the last time they won, and it was indeed a fantastic victory for them. But this time around, they lost that particular game. And I believe that if they can actually put their house together once again, they are going to get the needed victory. All
right, if they put their hearts together, they are going to get the needed victory. Olamide, do you see Cleveland Cavaliers bouncing back and of course posting good performances in the NBA?
Well, you remember when they lost Kyrie Irving last season to the Boston Celtics. A lot of people thought that they were going to go down, but then they still had the influence of LeBron James in the team. But this season, after losing back-to-back finals to the what's the name?
Golden State Warriors.
And then we saw the departure of LeBron James. It was really tough for them. They couldn't win in 7 games that LeBron was without them. And meanwhile, we saw LeBron moving to Los Angeles Lakers, and then getting plays.
They've started getting results, and they've been fantastic.
That's why he's the king.
That's why he's the king. You like the king,
LeBron James.
When the king wears the crown, the whole team plays well. Remember, but I can't take anything away from Cleveland. They're a good team. I mean, they've made a name for themselves. Constant team that has always appeared in the NBA finals. But I think it's going to change this season, though. But because the influence of LeBron James is out, but they still have Derrick Rose.
Yes,
they have a lot of players. They have good players, but I still think they will miss LeBron James dearly.
All right, they will miss LeBron James, and they're really missing him. But we'll wait to see how things will pan out with them, and of course, what will actually pan out in the NBA. Let's switch attention to the EPL, and we've got a shocker right here. Susanna Dinaj, she has replaced Richard Scudamore as EPL chief. This is really surprising because no one saw this coming at all. I don't know. When I saw the news, I was shocked, and I looked at myself that when will this ever happen in the country called Nigeria?
Well, for Scudamore, talking about Richard, he has actually done well for himself, done well for football.
Absolutely,
in England.
20 years,
19 years
of
the chief executive of English Premier League. Talk about the sponsor, talk about the standard he created. Thank you very much. And that particular league is what up to $4.75 billion as TV rights. You can actually say for 4 years.
Do you see her? She's a TV person.
She's a TV producer.
Do you see her really flourishing as the EPL chief.
England, they have a template they run with.
Exactly.
It's not like she's coming up with another template.
Of course.
And some among the executive board members actually are still part of the board member, and he can actually quickly borrow from all they've done in the past days and how success have been recorded. So definitely they can actually, it's not an individual thing. It is a collective idea. So when they come together, they deliberate and they play out what they deliberate upon. So for England, I know they have a template they run with. So it's not going to be very difficult for her to actually replicate the success Scandamo actually had.
All right, we'll wait to see how things will eventually go on. We wish her the very best, because as we speak, she's the most powerful woman in the United Kingdom sports. Let's also talk about this, still talking about the English Premier League. The English FA has actually, they are set to reduce number of foreign players playing for clubs in the English Premier League. Olamide, I never thought that this will happen in England, but from the look of things, it's going to happen.
Definitely. I mean, it's just a matter of time, because you look at all the economic situations surrounding the move. Don't forget, we're looking at Brexit, and Brexit is just a factor that is, if it happens, it's going to affect the English Premier League a lot. Because there you're going to have England, they want to sell everything that has to do with England and everything. Don't forget the EU as well. They have an understanding that currently exists in the European Union, and as England being a member. So, but if Brexit should go ahead, I think it's going to affect them. Definitely, they will have to reduce the number of foreign imports, and that's going to affect our players. Talking about Nigerians and Africans plying their trade there in England. Already, you see clubs like Arsenal, and then you ask yourself, how many English players are there in Arsenal? The starting 11. I mean, you can even say they don't have any English players.
No English players.
So you look at other clubs. So how then can you encourage homegrown players? That's what England are looking for. So they are looking at winning the World Cup at some point in their career. But then how will you do that when you don't have a players playing for the best teams in England?
All right, an English legend, Joe Cole, has retired from football totally, and he has he has really done very well when you talk about making a lot of achievements in football, Dotun. Joe Cole will always be remembered for the achievements he recorded, particularly when playing his trade in, for Chelsea.
He won three league titles and 2 FA Cup in Chelsea.
Absolutely, and he started from West Ham United.
He started from West Ham United, but he had some successes with West Ham United before moving to Chelsea. You remember the UEFA Total Cup in 1999, in which he won with the club. He has been a fantastic player. We can't take anything away from him. Over 700 appearances, over 100 goals as a midfielder. You can actually see that he has done well for himself and for the world of football. And if we are actually missing a legend like this, it speaks volume of actually what we've been seeing in near future, that guys need to emulate people, someone like this who paid his due, playing football at the highest level. He played for up to 7 clubs, and talking about West Ham, Chelsea, Liverpool, Aston Villa, and not forgetting the one in
that's Tampa Bay
in United Kingdom in 2nd division. So fantastic one for him, fantastic one. Calling it quit at age 37. He has done well for himself, but actually football is going to miss him.
All right, football is going to miss him. Olamide, one sentence, our time is fast spent.
5 words, it's the end of an era. 5 words.
All right, a great one for Joe Cole. Football will never forget him. And he has said he's still, he's not going to quit football totally. He's still going to be involved in sports. We wish him, in football rather, we wish him the very best in all his undertakings. Let's quickly look at the UEFA Nations League fixtures. Games are to be played this weekend. We'll be getting to see Belgium take on Iceland, and Croatia will be up against Spain. Guys, I really want to thank you for your time on the show. Olamide Onwuka.
Thank you very much, and I want to say a big thank you to all the viewers out there. Many thanks for making it a date with us on Sports Beat at SuperScreen Television.
Dr. Agubiade.
Also a big thank you to you and to viewers as well.
All right, thank you to all our viewers, and also to thank you to my producer, Mary, who has been running around to ensure that this program is a success. Not forgetting my man, Sam, in the MCR, Ahmed, our cameraman. My name is Olakunle Philip. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye-bye.